Right, welcome back. Me, Steve again. Sunday, 23rd of June. Right, just a quick one. I'm going to show you on some of the items I bought today to help me to make moulds for when I do my fishing weights. So today I went up the pound shop just to go and get some plasticine. I have seen people use plasticine to make moulds, but I didn't have none. But what I did get was some little dough, and I have seen people use dough as well. So I was able to get a complete box, which was £1, and the second one, which had one missing, I was able to get for 75p. So I asked them if they can reduce the price because there's one missing. So I got that. Then I got like this 2 little tub container of Play-Doh as well. My hand's gone sticky on it. Another thing that I've seen people doing a lot on in making moulds is sand. So anyway, as I said, like, I've got 2 of these for £1 each, or one for £1, one for 75p, and this one for £1. Still the same kind of stuff. I've not done anything with them yet. And the other thing I bought was some sand. Now this was a bloody good price, but it's damn well heavy. It must be about 20 kilo, because my cat litter is 10 kilo and that's heavy. This was twice as heavy. So I think this is like definitely 20 kilo. It's a Tarmac company. It's building sand. It's kind of very fine. I'm not going to open it now, but it's fine. And I have seen people use kind of sand to actually make moulds as well. I got this from Homebase, and the price was only £2.10. £2.10 for a 20 kilo bag of sand. So that will last me, you know, however long it be. The only thing is I need to get a big bucket now to keep it in, because if I put this out in the garden, it's going to start getting like kind of moist, and I don't want to get it too moist. Like, it's got holes in along here, which I think is supposed to be there anyway. But yeah, £2.10 for a whole bag of sand. So I think that's a pretty good price. So bloody heavy, so you need to be strong and fit to carry it home. No, not strong and fit, you know. I had to put it down about 4 or 5 times because I was so bloody tired and knackered out carrying it home. And that's only for about a 5-minute walk. So yeah, sand is another thing you can use to make moulds from. I wasn't sure what kind of sand it was. There was other sands there, you know. There's another fine sand which was completely dry, and that's like £5 something. But I'm going to give this a go. Hopefully it won't cause any splatters and, you know, pops and whatever in the moulds when I make them. I'm actually going to have to make some wooden moulds as well. You know, I've been looking on YouTube on how to do, you know, moulds with sand. You know, it looks easy, but to me it's kind of difficult, so I need to keep sitting and watching the same videos time and time again to exactly see how it is done properly. So I don't want to be like, you know, trying to make something with sand, and if this sand is too moist, you know, and it's going to like start popping and spitting everywhere, you know, the lead, I'm not really going to be wanting to use this, so I'll have to find some other sand. I know there's sand on eBay, but it's bloody expensive. You know, you're talking about a 200 gram packet of sand for like £4 or £5, you know, and I'm not paying that for it, no way. I reckon if this is kind of too moist, I could always, like, you know, wait until the sun is like out and just put it on a tray and hopefully the sun can probably like dry it out more. So it does look kind of moist, but it might just be the way the sand is actually. You know, as I say, it is open. Well, actually, it is open a little bit. Let me just get a spoon. I didn't want to do this, but I will now because it is open slightly. No, I did have a spoon yesterday. Let's just do it now. That's a fork. Right, just wipe this. Not too bad. It does feel a little bit moist because I think it is like, you know, the proper sand that you use for building anyway. But I reckon, like, you know, stick it out in the sun and dry it off a bit more might be okay. But yeah, no, it might not be that bad using it, you know, for building. Well, not so much building. I don't think it'd be that bad for using it as like moulding. But we'll give it a go, you know, when I get me other equipment and go that way, I suppose. No, I could always go back and get a bag of the other sand, a bit more expensive, and like mix it. But that's the stuff I bought today. I'm waiting on my blowtorch now, also my little gas camping stove, and I've also ordered a little hot pot kind of thing, yeah, which was only about £12, and that actually melts tin and lead and aluminium, I believe. So for a very small amount of lead building, I'll probably use the hot pot. All I have to do is use my extinction lead and do it outside, because still going to have to put a little bit of wax or candle or some other kind of like stuff to like do the purifying of the actual lead. So it's bloody milk detector for me now. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm actually going to start saving my tin cans now. And I've got this which I'm keeping for putting slag in as well. So and I've got my old little fridge freezer out on the balcony, so I'm going to be putting some bits and pieces in there. You know, it's not turned on, you know, it doesn't bloody work properly anyway, so I ain't going to turn it on. But I'll probably put like my moulds in there. Some of the fun pack, you know, like the plaster, the dough, and my casts will go out there as well in the fridge at some time. You didn't see the ones I made yesterday. It did get a bit smoky in here, but I made 4 of these yesterday. The only thing is that I think there was a little bit of problem with the baking tray, because like they did come out like that underneath. But I have seen people, you know, doing casts, and they have come out like that for themselves. Well, all they've done is like used a grinder and grind them down. But I don't really want to be doing that. You know, it's just too much more work. I think it's because I didn't actually heat the mould up properly. You know, I had it next to the actual saucepan. You know, there should have been enough like heat touching the actual baking tray, but probably weren't enough, and that's why they came out a little bit like that. Because when I did pour it, it came out. It looked okay, but you can see it like popping a little bit, and that's probably because it was underneath that it was popping. so there might have been air trapped as I was pouring it. And that's because I didn't heat the tray up properly. But you learn by mistakes, as you know. So I'm going to start sorting out these musket balls and putting my lead box as well. So I ain't going to really want these lead balls. That's actually been fired by lots of things. These are what I found yesterday. I've just done a video on what I found while I was metal detecting yesterday. And my metal detecting channel video's already up as well. This one's unusual because you can actually see where it's been cast, and you've still got the little knob on the end. So there's that one. That one I believe is a fired one, but it doesn't feel as heavy. Another one there. Another one there. And another one there. See, when they made these musket balls, they never trimmed around the edges. I do have other musket balls here, but I think these are iron. I'm not sure that's iron or lead, actually, this one. I think that one's lead as well, I'm not sure. But I put that in with my little box of scrap. I found some bits which I do believe is lead, melted lead, or it could be melted aluminium. I don't know, but I'll put it in with my lead box. If it melts, it melts. If it don't, then I can always take it out and leave it as that and put it in another box. But these are my casts which I made yesterday. They'll also go out in the garden, in the fridge at some stage when I go out in the next. And tin cans I will keep and melt them down and make some more of these out of aluminium. I may even try and make some fishing weights out of aluminium, because I have seen people making aluminium fishing weights and zinc fishing weights. Now I'm not sure there's more of danger with making zinc and aluminium fishing weights than there is with lead fishing weights. I don't know about the toxicity of them, you know. Is zinc and aluminium more danger to the fish than lead is? Or is lead more danger to the... I don't think lead is dangerous to the fish, because you know, you're only casting it out for a short amount of time anyway, and it's not really polluting the rivers unless, like, you know, people dumping in shitloads of lead all the time. You know, I've done magnet fishing, metal detecting, and you know, magnet fishing, I've pulled out so much scrap iron and steel, you know, it's unbelievable the amount of stuff I found. One day I was over at the River Wandle on a certain part, and I must have pulled out about 25-30 kilos of iron and steel, and I just had to leave it to one side. I did see one of the park guys there who was like doing the rubbish, and I told him, and I asked him if he could get someone to remove it for us, and he did say he would. So if that ever got removed or not, I don't know, because I never went back there after that for a little while. I will go back there again sometime, because I want to see what else I can dig out. I will start probably be bringing some scrap metal home with me time to time, and like, you know, practice melting and seeing what kind of like temperatures I can get on my camping stove, and so I can like melt down some iron and steel. But I'm not really worried about iron steel. I'm just more interested in lead and maybe aluminium for now. I did go into two car repair tyre shops yesterday and asked if they had any lead wheel weights, and they said no, they don't have them anymore, because like they put a band apparently on the lead wheel weights, and they had to make them into zinc. So it's going to be very hard to find any kind of like lead wheel weights in the UK. But I know in America, you know, people are buying them, you know, like $1 a pound or something, you know, which is like probably a good price, but you ain't going to get it here. Not unless, like, you know, there's still one or two like little car repair shops. There is one down near the Common, couple of black guys run it, and they do like tyres and stuff like that, so I might go down there one day and ask if they got any like wheel weights. But if not, I might try to get some aluminium ones or zinc ones and melt them down. I'm not sure what the temperature melting burning is for aluminium and zinc, but if I am right and people are making sinkers and like fishing weights that are zinc, then I might buy some of those, because I can get 100 wheel weights for I think about £4 or something. So I might give that a go as well. I don't know yet, but I'm more interested in making lead ones at the moment. So that's it for now, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm not making any more boilies yet, because I've got plenty in the freezer which I still need to get rid of. But you might see me doing some videos later in the week, trying and attempting to make some moulds for my fishing weights, and also casting fishing weights. So that'll be later in the week. Alright, catch you later. Cheers.